more round of cards.
Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer. Melissa steps all over my intro.
Sorry. Do you need to do it over?
No.
Okay.
We do not do second takes. Whatever you F up, it stays forever. Because this is our legacy that we're leaving to our children. No pressure.
No pressure.
So we are road tripping from Iowa to Arizona.
Yep.
This is part 2 of the trip back, because this part is from Castle Rock, Colorado to Anthem, Arizona.
Yep.
Because, well, 29 and a half hours straight is just too effing long.
It's too many hours.
It's, yeah, it's beyond ridiculous.
It was.
But we got there
Yes.
with a 2-hour nap at a rest area.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
this time, though.
No.
We got a 5-star experience staying at your sister's place.
Yes, which was awesome. That was the first time we got to see your place, and I liked it.
Yep. So we are still in New Mexico
Yep.
at the moment.
So many hours.
Yeah, I know we're over 200 miles still from Flagstaff.
Yeah.
200 and
Yeah.
55 miles from the border. That's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah, so good times there. So you said you want to do cards again.
One more round, and then we'll switch back to the.
I want to do some of the stuff on the paper sheets.
I know. Okay. I'm just having fun with these
AI
cards.
works really hard on it.
These cards are fun. All
I
right.
didn't say they're not. But you make me think.
Okay, but I like it. Play it safe.
Okay, I'll play it
What
safe.
do you wish we did more of?
Okay, well, first off, we're doing Best Self Deck, the date deck, not a sponsor.
Okay.
Now, this is Play It Safe. You said Play It Safe, right?
Yes.
Okay, what was the question?
What do you wish we did more of?
Well, there's always more about Chicka Wow Wow that can be accomplished in our life. So,
Okay, besides that.
besides that, there's other activities.
I mean, it's hard to believe.
Well, there's always more Hallmark movies to be watched.
So you wish we did more Hallmark movies?
No.
Okay.
More vacation, more travel,
Yes.
more not working. Probably a lot of the mores that a lot of people have.
Yeah, more date nights.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, not just football games, but date nights as well.
Football games are dates.
They are, but not really.
Well, they are prior to the game.
Yeah, that's true. If we can get there in a reasonable amount of time to have the fun and do the fun things before, then yes, then I like it.
If it is a blowout one way or another, then it just becomes a conversation the
Yeah,
rest of the game.
that's true.
Because we don't leave any sporting event early. You could be
No.
down 30-0 with 2 minutes left, and we assume you're coming back.
But we're just making the best of it anyway. We just start out talking amongst ourselves. So we're like, it's funny.
Flagstaff is 217 miles away.
Oh, there you
The
go.
more you know.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
what's this one?
Let's get edgy.
Let's get edgy.
What's your Achilles heel?
What's my Achilles heel?
Yeah.
In business, well, my Achilles heel sometimes in business has been that I'm too blunt with people. I am who I am. It probably cost me some business because I don't go in there with a facade of putting on a show of something I'm not. I just am who I am. So that's probably an Achilles heel. Do you need to get that?
No, he was asking me about her. Sorry. Okay.
But for a work purpose, yeah, I'd say that's probably my Achilles heel. From a personal standpoint, it could be that there are times that I put work above family, unfortunately, because I think that everybody expects this too much of me.
He expects too much of you.
No, they do.
Your family?
No.
Us.
Other families expect too much.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
clients and
Gotcha.
stuff.
Yeah, sometimes they think that you're this miracle worker genie.
Well,
You're
and a lot of times I am, though.
Yes.
But the problem is then they also expect me to go above and beyond and do things that are strictly not my job. And if I do them, it's only out of the goodness of my heart, and it's not in my job title. Okay.
Okay, weakness in someone or something. I just wanted to confirm the definition.
It's also it was also the character that Brad Pitt played in a movie. He played Achilles in Troy. Did you ever see Troy?
No.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brad Pitt, I believe it was Brad Pitt's character was Achilles.
Okay, mine is that I want things to be done to completion and not partial. And sometimes it just has to be partial. And that's something I've had to adjust. Because I just want to, if I can start something, I want to finish it. Otherwise, it feels like I've done nothing in my brain. I'm like, great, I just spent a bunch of hours and it's nothing to me.
Well, I define myself on that. I used to think that everything had to be done all at once, and it would actually mess me up with writing.
They're just asking me questions and I have to answer them.
Yeah, but you can wait. They can wait.
Yeah, maybe.
But when I was with writing, I used to think that you had to like just have the complete ideas of everything out.
Sit down and go, no.
But what I've learned is, and actually I learned this from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, is that you could outline it out entirely, and then you can get to work on it. And a couple stories ago, I also realized that if I didn't know that chapter, I could skip that chapter and go work on another one, because my chapters don't necessarily flow one to another. They don't have to, because they're rules.
Yeah.
So I can just go, okay, let the subconscious work on it while I'm on to the next thing. I don't know. I don't have that problem like you have. It's like I can be okay that I got the kitchen to this level of clean, but it's time to go to work.
Well, that's what I mean, and that's what's hard. It's something I've done lately, but it's just before it was like, I don't want to start it because I can't finish it. And it just sometimes feels like big deal. It's not done. It's still not done. I spent all this time, but it's still not done. So it just bothers me sometimes. But I just started doing it to where I could do little tasks. So now I've got to do forward motion, even if it's 5 minutes of it every single day. So if I get to near the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I haven't done any forward motion. I'll find something to put in the donate bag, put in a throwaway bag, clean up, whatever. So that's what I've done. I'm a little better about it now.
Next question.
Let's get edgy. What should we talk about more?
What should we talk about more?
Yeah. Should we talk about lots of things? Do you think there's something we're not talking about?
No. I got nothing.
I don't know. Okay.
Okay, we'll go to the next one.
Play it safe. Which teacher had the most significant influence on you and why?
Most significant influence on me would be Mr. Davis. He was my English teacher. Well, he wasn't. I should say he was part of the English department in high school. After I left, he actually went on to be a principal at another school. But when he was in my school, what our class did the year before is we got a bunch of people together to bring back classes that hadn't existed in like at least a decade or if not more.
Yeah.
And one of them we thought we had brought back was Latin, which he wasn't the Latin teacher, but we tried to bring it back, but the school couldn't find anybody to teach Latin, so they didn't bring that one back. But one we did get brought back was novels. So all it was reading books and then discussing the books. And then your final was writing about a book that you picked out, breaking down the whole thing. That was your final on it. So anyway, yeah, it was a great class because since the class hadn't come back before, there was no set curriculum for it. But all we did is we studied a lot of different books. So that's how I fell in love with To Kill a Mockingbird, was in that class. But anyway, he was a teacher, and he was really good about getting class engagement. He was one of the newer teachers at the school. He'd been a teacher for a while, but he's one of the newer teachers at school. And he was just an interesting guy outside of school as well. Like, he had custody of his 2 kids, and so, full custody of his 2 kids, which at that time in the late 80s, that was not heard of.
I didn't actually know that.
That you would have, the man would have custody of the kids. It was usually just given to the woman. It was just a thing.
Yeah, wow.
And I also remember that he had an Akita dog because he talked about his Akita.
Oh, wow.
So he had a big dog that should be in snow weather, which it was in Illinois, so we did have snow.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Yeah, and then what I learned out after school, because I actually ran into him at an event, he was a gamer. Like,
nice.
Like the D&Ds and the campaign games and all that. He did that for fun. So I ran into one of those. It was funny, like when I saw him, I'm like, well, hello, Mr. Davis. You know, it's like you're still like in school mode with him, and it had been like 3 years or whatever since I've been out of school and I saw him. But yeah, no, he's a really nice guy and everything. But he was the teacher that had the greatest impact on me.
Okay. I would say mine is going to be between two teachers. It seems like a teacher that would have the greatest impact on you would be a first grader. She helped me feel at least more confident because I did not feel confident in anything. And there was this whole thing where...
What was her name?
Mrs. Rochelle Stensby, actually. Mrs. Stensby. And I remember one Christmas she put out a song on a record and I got to hear it. It was like a big deal. And she was the one that, when I did a good job, she put the grape scratch and sniff stickers. She made sure to give me the grape scratch and sniff stickers. It was very motivating to me. And I just felt like less dumb if I got the grape scratch and sniff stickers. And she helped me through this big thing. I don't know why. I don't know. Probably my parents. I lost my glue or ran out of glue. Something with the glue at school. I must have did something where they were going to have to buy me more glue. And for some reason, I was convinced that there was no way they were going to get me another bottle of glue.
Yeah,
whatever happened.
$1.
Well, I don't know why I thought this. I remember being really upset at my desk, going, they're not going to, I don't have any glue, they're not going to be able to get me another bottle of glue. It was this whole production. And then at conferences, she had a conversation with my parents, so I don't know why I thought they weren't going to buy me this glue. So I don't know if I lost it, left the cap open and dry, I don't know. But it was a big deal to me, and then I was like relieved when she talked to my parents and like, okay, they're going to get me some glue. I don't know why. And then probably the other one as I was older, my choir teacher in high school, she made me feel good. She always had lots of nice things to say, and she gave me tasks that made me feel important. So that was like one of my favorite. Everybody would think, oh, it's choir, of course it's going to be your favorite class, there's no homework, but that wasn't the thing either. That was a really important class to me. It was like my most important class of the day for me. And so for her to just be so complimentary sometimes, and I don't think I was the greatest singer, but just I could hold a note, so then she would get together and put me together with these people who couldn't hold a note and then try to get them to match, so that way as the choir, because I never got any lead singing, but I was a good, strong choir member. So when she did that for me, that just made me feel like good. So it gave me a little bit more confidence with that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nope, we're going to end it there.
Okay.
I know, you're like jonesing to grab another one.
It's fine.
We're going to end it there. If you like the show, like, share, leave feedback, review, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Go to dadsruleswag.com for all your latest kick-ass gear. Until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.